Hi. So in this video, I wanted to share with you the concept of binary search. So basically, this is an introductory video. I will be making videos on binary search algorithm. How can we use it to solve problems efficiently? Because binary search is something that many people don't know how to use it properly. I learned it. I am also not such an advanced learner. I do not know like advanced concepts, but I know concepts which are helpful and maybe some people don't know. Whoever is beginning, they might not know. So I wanted to make an introductory video. I wanted to tell you how binary search can be applied. It's a very simple question. You don't need to have any prerequisite knowledge apart from knowing how the binary search algorithm, like how to write the code. And so basically, I hope you all know that binary search is an efficient way of an element, searching for an element in an array. The time complexity is log n. So in that algorithm, we basically keep dividing the array into two until we get the element. So in this question, let us read this question. Given a sorted array, find the minimum absolute difference between target element and an element in the array. So we have been given a target element. We have been given a sorted array. Whenever sorted array comes, I think you should always think about binary search. Most of the time. Not always, not necessary that you always do. If the question is easy, you can directly use brute force also. But usually sorted means think about binary search. Or even if the array was not sorted, you sort it and then think of binary search. So they've already given a sorted array. They've given a target element. We have to find a minimum absolute difference between target element and any element in the array. Let's take an example. Let's say array A is this, target element is 12. So if we calculate absolute difference for all the elements with 12, absolute difference will be 9, 7, 4, 1, 2, and 4. So this is the absolute difference. So minimum absolute difference is 1. So 11 is the correct one. So how to approach this problem? Some of you might be thinking we can directly use STL algorithm here. Yes, you are absolutely correct. You can directly use STL. How can you use STL algorithm? Basically, you just find lower bound of this. Just find the lower bound of 12 in this array. You will get 14, I think. Yeah. And then you check with 14 and the neighboring element. So if you already know STL, then it's a direct, straightforward problem. But if you want to do it with binary search, like you want to write the code and you want to know why the binary search code is so helpful, then I can explain that to you. So first of all, let me erase this. So basically what happened, like when we wanted to find lower bound, we got this element and this element. So essentially what I'm trying to say is, let us place 12 in this array. If we want to place 12 in the sorted array, where would 12 come? 12 would come in between 11 and 14 here. So basically, we will get the minimum absolute difference if we compare 12 with its neighbor, both the neighbors, left and right, if it has two neighbors. If it does not have two neighbors, then only one neighbor. For example, if the element was here, then we compare with this only. The element is here, we compare with this. But in this case, we have two neighbors, so we compare it with the left and right neighbor. So essentially, whenever we're given a sorted array and a target element, and we are asked to find the minimum absolute difference with the target element and any element in the array, We have to find where exactly the target element will lie if we place it in the sorted array. So position of 12 will be in between 11 and 14. So I hope you're able to understand. And why is this so? Because if we take any element that is greater than 14, the absolute difference will always be increasing only. And similarly, if we take any lesser element, lesser than 11, again the absolute element will keep increasing. You can see it for yourself. 3 and 12 absolute is 9. So, and 5 and 12 is 7. So 7, 9, it is continuously increasing. So it increases on both the sides. So the most ideal thing is to check with neighbors only. Okay, so now we got a fair idea, but I want to show it with the binary search code itself. So this is the binary search algorithm. I think all of you know. So I want to explain this logic, how we get this, uh, how we get the answer to this problem. So basically, let us write the array here. The array is 3, 5, 8, 11, 14, and 16. Let us apply binary search. So initially, my L is 0, my H is size minus 1. Size of this array is 6, size minus 1 is 5. So initially L is 0 and H is 5. So what is my mid initially? Let us say M. Initial value of M will be 2. Please use this formula to calculate mid. This will avoid integer overflow. So now mid is 2. Okay. So first of all, we will check if the target element is present in the array. Suppose the target element was present in the array. Suppose 12 was present in the array here in this example. Then the answer is 0. I hope you're understanding. If the target element is already there, the answer will be 0. But target element, if it is not there, then what to do? So first let us write the if condition for checking if the target element is there. If the target element is there, then we will return mid, or we can directly return a of mid, whatever. We can directly return what? We can directly return a of mid only. A of mid will be the target element itself. But if it is not present, then we use the binary search conditions, right? Like if the element is to the right side, then we change L to mid plus 1. If it is to the left side, then we change H to mid minus 1. So the same binary search algorithm only. Just one modification we have done till now. So let us continue. Mid is 2. So indexing is from 0. So this is 2. So A of mid is not K. Our K value is 12 here. K value is what? K value is 12. So it's not equal. So 12 is greater than mid. So this becomes L now. And this is H. So L plus H. Now what is L? L is now changed to 3. 3 plus 5 by 2 is what? 4. So my mid is this. This is my mid. A of mid is not K again. We check we check these two conditions. Now A of mid is greater than K. So we come here. So my H becomes 14. This is H now. Not 14, sorry. H becomes 4. Sorry, H becomes mid minus 1. Mid is 4. So now L is also, L is 3 and H is 4 minus 1, which is 3. So now L is equal to H. So again the loop will run. L is 3, H is 3. So mid will be what? 3. So A of mid is 11. And 11 is less than 12. So L becomes mid plus 1. So L becomes 4. And H becomes 3. H does not become 3. H was already 3. L becomes 4. H is 3. This condition will fail now because L is greater than H. As you can see here, when the condition has failed, we have found the neighboring elements of the required target element. We have found the indices of the neighboring elements. See, the neighboring elements were what? Neighboring elements were 11 and 14. What are their indices? 3 and 4, right? Now, 3 and 4 we have got already. We have got 3 and 4. So when this loop breaks, we will get the neighboring elements of the target element. So when this loop breaks, we just have to check the minimum. I hope you're understanding. We just have to check the minimum absolute difference. Whichever is minimum, we will return that. So this is a small introductory video on binary search. I hope you got the feel of binary search. The simple algorithm, which maybe you did not know, will lead to the answer. By following this algorithm and doing the binary search, we have got the indices of the neighboring elements of the target element, if the target element is not there in the array. So this is how you approach this problem. And I can write the code and show it to you. This was yesterday's Codeforces solution. I think all of you have done well only. It was an easy contest, so I did not make a video on that. And already video tutorial is uploaded in the tutorial section, editorial, sorry. So let us write the code for that. Let us take a array input. Let us take a target variable k. We'll accept it. And then let's say minimum diff. We'll say minimum difference. We have to pass parameters to that function. So the parameters will be these. So now I will write the binary search function. Basically, I'm calling it minimum min diff. So parameters are array, L, H, and the target element, which is K. So this is the normal binary search code I'm writing. Please use this method to find mid, as it will avoid integer overflow. If the element is present, then what do I return? Should I return the mid itself or A of mid? I think what I will do is I'll return 0 here. Because if the element is present, then the answer will anyway be 0. So I'll return 0 here. If this condition is true, then my L becomes mid plus 1. Otherwise, my H becomes mid minus 1. And when this condition is false, That means we have got the indices. We have got the neighboring element indices. Then we have to check if absolute of a of h minus k greater than, lesser than absolute of a of l minus k, then we return absolute of a of h minus k. Otherwise, we return absolute of a of l minus k, whichever is smaller, right? So let us test it. So our array was 3, 5, 8, 11, 14, 16. K value was 12. Let us see if we get the answer. Yes, we are getting the answer. 1 is the correct answer. So this is the code. This is the same binary search code. But I hope now you have an idea as to how to use binary search. Basically, I summarize. Here in this problem, we only care about the neighboring elements of the target element. If the target element was inserted in the sorted array, whichever position it would be inserted, the minimum difference with the array elements would only occur with the neighboring elements of the target array. If we keep going towards the right, the absolute minimum will keep increasing. If we keep going left, again the absolute minimum will be increasing. So our goal was to just find out if the target element is present, return 0. If it is not present, find the indices of the neighboring elements and return the absolute difference, the minimum absolute difference. So that is what we have done here. The same binary search code, you have learned it. So I'll be making more videos, and also my sliding window technique videos, I will still upload 2 or 3 more. If you have not seen them, please see them. I had made it for you only. Some people really asked, and I hope they have seen it. Please share this video and the other videos with your friends also. And thank you for watching, and bye.